All right, let's pull back the curtain on your own mind. We're going to explore the powerful hidden forces that are shaping pretty much every single decision you make every single day.
So, let me ask you this, and I want you to really think about it. Are you the one calling the shots? I mean, most of us walk around assuming we're the conscious authors of our own lives, right? From what we decide to eat for breakfast to who we fall in love with. But what if that feeling of being in control is, well, more of an illusion than we'd like to admit? It's a really compelling idea, isn't it? The thought that we are firmly in the driver's seat of our own minds. But decades of scientific research tell a much more complex and honestly a way more fascinating story. A story that's happening just beneath the surface of our awareness. Okay, look at this number. 7 seconds. What could possibly happen in just 7 seconds? It really doesn't seem like a long time, does it? But in the world of neuroscience, believe me, it's an eternity. And it holds a pretty shocking secret about how you actually make choices. So get this, the implications here are just staggering. Your brain has already decided to act, to pick up that coffee cup, to press that button, a full 7 seconds before you are even aware you've made a choice. It suggests that our conscious mind is often just playing catch-up, basically creating a story for an action that was already launched by our hidden autopilot.
So, if our brain is making these decisions without our conscious sign-off, what else is this autopilot up to? Well, it turns out it's constantly using these little mental shortcuts to help us navigate the world efficiently. The only problem is, these shortcuts, they aren't always right. Let's look at 2 really powerful examples of these shortcuts that are, without you even knowing it, shaping your judgments all the time. First up, we've got the halo effect, where one good quality makes us think everything about a person is good. And then there's the scarcity principle, where we want things more simply because they're rare. You have absolutely seen the halo effect in action. If you meet someone who's, say, physically attractive, your brain just automatically jumps to the conclusion that they must also be smart and funny and kind. It's a cognitive shortcut that kind of papers over any perceived flaws to create this neat, consistent picture. And this one little bias has a huge influence on everything from who gets hired for a job to who we choose as friends. And then you've got the scarcity principle. Oh man, your brain is absolutely obsessed with what it thinks it can't have. Neuroscientists have actually seen it. When something is rare or seems unavailable, the reward center of your brain lights up like a pinball machine, completely overriding logic. This is exactly why limited edition anything flies off the shelves, and why we're so often drawn to things, or even people, that seem just out of our reach. But these shortcuts, they aren't just about individual judgments. A lot of them are basically baked into our DNA, inherited from ancestors whose very survival depended on some really deep-seated social programming. And you know what? That ancient wiring is still running our modern social lives today. At our core, we are fundamentally tribal creatures. Our brains are hardwired to form groups, to figure out who is us and who is them. For our ancestors, this was a life or death survival mechanism. Today, that exact same ancient programming is what drives modern sports rivalries, our loyalty to certain brands, and even our deep political divisions. We are biologically primed to favor our own in-group, and we do it instantly, usually without any conscious thought at all. And this social sensitivity is so profound that it's led to something called the watching eye effect. It's wild. Studies show that even just putting a picture of eyes up on a wall is enough to make people behave more honestly or more generously. That's simple. Subconscious feeling that we're being observed triggers our ancient programming to protect our social reputation. Okay, so we've got these subconscious shortcuts, we've got this ancient social programming, but how do these forces actually come together to create a specific action? Well, it turns out social psychology has a beautifully simple framework to help us understand it all. This right here is Lewin's equation, and it's a cornerstone of modern psychology. It simply says that your behavior is a function of you, the person, and your environment. It's just an elegant way of saying you can't possibly understand why someone does something without understanding both the individual and the context they're in. So the crucial point is this: the person part, that's everything inside you, your personality, your mood, your memories, all of it. The environment is everything outside you, the people you're with, the room you're in, the social pressures you feel. Your behavior is never just one or the other, it's always the product of these two forces colliding.
But wait, it gets even more interesting. This isn't just a one-way street, it's a constant feedback loop. Think of it this way. An extroverted person, that's their personality, might choose to go to a party, that's their behavior. At the party, they meet new people and have a fantastic time, which makes that environment more rewarding for them. This, in turn, reinforces their extroverted personality. See? It's a constant, dynamic dance where each part influences the others.
Which brings us all the way back to our original question. With our brains acting ahead of our awareness and our behavior being shaped by this constant loop of internal and external forces, who is actually in charge here?
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, maybe true control isn't about fighting your brain's autopilot or trying to suppress these deep-seated instincts. Maybe it's really about becoming aware of these hidden drivers, understanding when they're pulling the strings, and learning how to navigate your life with that knowledge. It's the difference between just being a passenger along for the ride and becoming a truly skilled navigator of your own mind.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought to really chew on. If your brain is initiating action before your conscious mind even has a clue what's happening, then who, or maybe what, is the you that's really in charge?